What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Traders Lounge. In this video, I'm going to go over the GU trade that I took on Monday, May 2nd, where I caught over 77 pips. So as you can see here, I'm going to break down like where my entry was, what I was looking at to get me into this trade. Okay, and we're gonna go through everything here. So first, I got on the charts like around, it was nighttime when I got on these charts. Let me see. Okay, so says my entry was here. So I was waiting for, this is a 5 o'clock candle. 5 o'clock candle ended up closing here. So this is the 9 o'clock. So what made me take a sell on this trade? So the first thing that I see here is right off the bat, there's wick rejection right here, right? So that's telling me that price no longer is struggling, like the buyers are struggling to come up. This is a double top, that's number 2, right? So I'm going to put some notes over here. So my first confluence, you can say, is we have wick rejection, right? Wick rejection. Okay, my second confluence is that we have a double top, right? And then we have an evening star pattern. I'll put that in there too, because I do play off of evening star patterns and morning star patterns. So we have a chart pattern. Okay, and our chart pattern is evening star. Can't spell, how do you spell evening? 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 Okay, there it is. Evening star. Right, evening star patterns, when you have this bullish candle right here, you have a doji, and then you have a bearish candle. So that 3 pattern stars an evening star pattern, and then we come down, right? So what I did was I put a line here. So I got my line and I put it here. And the reason why I put it here is because this is where price was sitting at, okay? Price sat here before, right? So we broke above. We came back. Price sat here. This is support, and price is coming down. Price came down or bounced off support. We broke through it, right? And support becomes resistance, right? So price comes down, comes back up to retest this resistance / support area. We broke above. Price came, retested, and we shot up a little bit, but then it closed back down right at the same level that the previous candle opened up at. So, okay, I'm looking at this now. I'm waiting to see if price is going to close back below into this zone, because if price closes back below into this zone, that means that we are going to continue down. This is an indication of that the buyers are not in control anymore. The sellers are coming in, and we're closing back into the zone to continue downward. That's how I'm thinking about it. Okay, so price ends up coming down, right? So we close, right? So let's see if I can go ahead over to 1 hour. I'll tell you exactly where my entry was. Let's get out of this. So this is, if you guys watched my last video, I actually showed you where I got in. I got in on that video, on the last video that I posted. So price right here closes inside the zone. What I was looking for was for price to break below this candle right here, which it did. Now, my stop loss, I remember I was debating if I wanted my stop loss to be above this wick here, or if I wanted my stop loss to be up here. And I ended up choosing my stop loss to be up here because this was the highest point. Let me bring down my confluences so you guys can see. This is what got me into the trade. Then there's one more, the zone. Price closes back in zone. Give me 1 second. Okay, so that's 4 confluences I have for this trade right here. Okay, I ended up putting my stop loss above here because this is the highest point. I took my entry right here. Now, my goal was to go back up to the 4 hour because I was pretty much playing this off of the 4 hour. Right, so we're in the trade now, and my initial TP, I wanted to write it down to this level. Now, what I've come to learn is that the further you have your TP, the less probable the trade is, right? So this is where I'm aiming. This is just my aim. Okay, so I'll do the TP smash. Okay, TP smash here, right? So this is where I'm aiming. I don't expect price to get here, right? I don't expect it to get there. So what I did was I said, okay, this is my entry. I'm going to let it run 50 pips. I'll close half and we'll stop to break even. That was my plan. Right, so here we go. So 50 pips, TP. This is where I'm aiming for, this 124308 area, but I would be okay if price even got down to, what's this? 1.24635 area. Okay. I would take profit here. Like if price gave me like a pattern for me to get out of the trade, I would be happy with closing the trade here. Okay. So I was shooting for 140 pips, but I walked away with 77. I think I won. All right. So we'll go back to the 1 hour. And I'll play this out for you guys. So I got in this trade around like 9 o'clock at night, not 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. Once the like 9 o'clock hour came, that's when I got into the trade here. So I'm entered into the trade by this time, right? So this trade took about, I got in 9 o'clock Sunday night, actually. Yeah, this is Sunday night. I got in the trade on Sunday night. I closed the trade out probably 2 o'clock Monday evening. So I'm checking it, I'm looking at it. We'll keep going here. See prices coming down. So when this happened, I still kept the trade open. Price is actually bouncing off of the support area right here. So you can see price comes up. Now I'm in drawdown, but look at that. Look what price is doing here, right? This is the same area where I mentioned before to you guys. This is the zone. Price is rejecting off of this zone. So once I'm saying like, okay, price is rejecting off of the zone area that I have right here, like I'm safe, like I'm okay to still be in the trade. I'm not gonna close partials or anything like that. Like once price breaks above here, then we need to start thinking about price still going and continuing up in the other direction, because we do have a double bottom here. This is a head and shoulders pattern. You know what I'm saying? So that you have to look at it both ways. You can't just have one bias, okay, all sales, because we have to adjust. You know, we have no control as retail traders. We have no control over anything. So we have to adjust to what the market is doing. So continue here, prices coming down bearish, right? So now we rejected off this zone area. We're coming right back down. Boom, price takes out this low. So I'm thinking, okay, so we're in a good position right now. Price closed below this zone level right here. So there it is. When I looked at this, price was like right here. I closed it. I moved my stop loss to break even. So now I'm running a risk-free trade. I took profit. I'm good. Like with the profits that I made here, I really don't even care if price gets down here or not, because I walked away with 50 pips. Like I'm good. I closed half, move my stop to break even. So price is coming down. We're still coming. Okay. Okay. So now what am I doing? Now I have my trailing stop, right? So now price closed, move my trailing stop here. I move my trailing stop here. Now my trailing stop is right here in this trade. This time, this is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, like I told you guys. Now, once this is where I close the trade. It didn't hit, I don't think it hit my trailing stop. It might have hit my trailing stop, but this is the candle that I closed the trade on. The reason why I closed the trade on this candle is because this bullish candle took out this previous bearish candle, which means that there are more buyers in this candle within this hour than it was in the last hour. So that's why I closed the trade out, and there's no bottom wick. When I see something like this, I'm like, okay, price is creating support right now. So this is new support. Price has found support right here, right? And if you look to your left, look at that, there's support right there too. So that's why I said when you can have an aim, you can have a target, but don't expect price to get there, because the further you have it away from your entry, the less likely it's going to get there. So that's why I said I was okay with taking 50 pips and just walking away. I didn't care if like I got stopped out break even after 50 pips, because I'm just thankful to get 50 pips, you know what I'm saying? So this is where I said, okay, price is now going to come back up. So I closed the trade out. And if you look, price did end up coming back up. I think coming all the way back up to my entry. Yeah, look at that. Came all the way back up to my entry. So it's like, I know this is all psychological. So you'll get those thoughts in your head like, oh, why did I close the trade out? I should have kept the trade from going. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get thoughts like that coming, but you have to stay focused and stick to your plan, and you have to control those thoughts and just keep your consistency. Like you see your exit signal, just get out of the trade, regardless of how much more you could take. Because yeah, this candle could have came up, and then the next one could have came right back down, closed, and came to your TP. But you can't, even if that did happen, you can't be upset about that. You really just can't. So I'm really happy that I did follow my rules and follow my plan. I closed the trade up because price ended up coming back up to my entry and stopping me out break even. You know what I'm saying? So is it even worth it? Like, I'd rather take my 77 plus profit pips here than to have price come all the way back up to my entry, stop me out break even. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what my plan was. So we'll continue it here. I don't think price, look at that, came right back up to stop loss. It never came down to my TP. Like, this area is a strong area right here. We see how it wicked out. It wicked really hard here and came back up.
I'm not sure I understand.
Where is this from? Hold on, guys. I had my watch on, Siri was on. Okay. So you can see here, this is on the 4 hour. This is what it looks like on the 4 hour, right? So I got in here on this 9 hour candle. Price broke below. I have my stop loss up here. So entry at 4 hour candle wick flip, close outside of zone. So price, I was waiting for price to close back inside the zone. That's what we did. Price comes back up, like I said, it's rejecting off of this area, which is a good thing. The next candle came down and took out both of these candles. So now sellers are here. Sellers are in the market right now. So price comes down, move my stop to trailing stop, and then close half at 50 pips right here. Trailing stop, close half at 50 pips, move stop loss to break even. We're coming down. So close full trade, price began to wick out, showing weakness with the sellers and buyers coming into the market. So even on the higher time frames, it's wicks, you know what I'm saying? So this is all wick rejection. Go back to the 4 hour, look at that, that's wicks. Price tapped this zone, came up, and then the next candle, the sellers didn't even make it back down to the zone. It just went up, you know what I'm saying? And eventually, like you saw, it eventually went back up to break even and stop loss. So like I said, I closed it straight out around like 2 o'clock, and you just have to be aware of the market. That's it. And understand direction too. You can't just be just wanting the market to do what you want it to do. You have to follow what the market is doing. If the market doesn't want to continue all the way to your TP, then so be it. If it's giving you a signal to get out, you just have to get out and take what you can get. That's all it is. So that's how I was able to catch 77 pips this week on GU. I actually hit my goal I hit my weekly goal on that one trade, and I'm so blessed. And I thank God for that. And we're gonna keep at it. We're gonna keep going. Um, I took a loss after I took this trade on gold. I don't really trade gold that much, but it was another swing trade that I had took, and I'll probably go over that one later for you guys. But I just wanted to show you guys how I was able to catch 77 pips on the swing trade that I took, little overnight trade. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna be doing more like trade recaps and like trade breakdowns for you guys. Like I said, I don't know when I'm going to go live again, but as far as like my trade recaps and like breakdowns, you guys definitely will be seeing videos of that. And if I come across anything like that I can teach you guys, I'm definitely going to be posting videos on that too. So I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.